All right, so you're thinking about getting on TRT and you probably come across two names, Rugiet and TRT Nation. Both are online clinics, both say they'll get you your testosterone dialed in, and both look solid on the surface. But when you actually dig into what you're getting for your money, well, there are some pretty big differences that most people miss. See, I spent a ton of time researching both of these, and in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how they compare, pricing, treatment options, and the actual medical care you get, so you can make the right call for yourself. Real quick, before we get into it though, if you do end up going with Rugiet after watching this, I've got a link down below in the description that saves you up to 15% off. Just something worth knowing. But all right, let's talk about what actually matters here. So the first big difference is treatment options. And honestly, this is where things get interesting. TRT Nation is pretty much an injectables clinic. Their core offering is testosterone cypionate injections at $99 a month. And look, injections work great for a lot of guys. No hate there, but that's basically your main option. If you're someone who doesn't love needles or you want to explore other methods, well, you're out of luck. Rugiet takes a completely different approach. They actually give you multiple pathways depending on your specific situation. They offer injectable TRT, the same as TRT Nation, but they also have oral testosterone, which is an FDA-approved capsule you just take daily with food. No needles at all to the skin. But here's the part that really sets them apart. Rugiet also offers Enclomiphene. This is a big deal, especially if you're a younger guy or you're planning to have kids. Enclomiphene is a serum that actually signals your body to produce its own testosterone naturally, instead of replacing it from the outside. So your fertility stays intact. Your body is still doing the work. TRT Nation doesn't really offer that kind of individualized pathway. But now let's talk about the actual medical process, because this actually matters more than people might think. All right, so TRT Nation, you submit your labs and they do accept outside blood work, which is nice. Then you do a consultation, but some reviews mention that the consultations are sometimes with nurse practitioners or PAs rather than doctors. And some guys have reported that the initial process can drag a bit, especially if there's back and forth about lab requirements. Rugiet starts with an online medical intake plus lab testing. Then a licensed US doctor, an actual physician, reviews your hormone levels and symptoms, talks you through your goals, and figures out which treatment pathway makes the most sense for you. Now, if you're eligible, you get an individualized plan with ongoing labs and clinical oversight. It feels less like a prescription meal and more like actual medical care, which is what you want when you're messing with hormones. But okay, let's talk about money here, because I know that's what a lot of you are here for. TRT Nation charges a flat $99 a month, which includes your testosterone, cypionate, supplies, and shipping. That sounds great on the surface, but here's the catch. Labs are not included. Those cost $129 extra through their system. So your real cost in the first year is higher than that $99 headline number. Rugiet's pricing works differently. Your initial labs plus your first doctor call are just $69. Then for ongoing all-inclusive care, which includes your meds, labs, and doctor oversight, you're looking at like $179 a month on a 3-month plan, or $159 a month on a 6-month plan, and they also got $139 a month on the annual plan. And that's everything bundled. No surprise charge for labs or consultations. So yes, Rugiet's monthly number is a bit higher than TRT Nation's $99, but you're getting way more for that money. Multiple treatment options, actual physician oversight, comprehensive lab included, and the flexibility to do injectables, orals, topical creams, or Enclomiphene. Now, when you factor in TRT Nation's lab fees and the limited treatment options, the value gap closes fast. And honestly, Rugiet comes out ahead on what actually matters. Oh, and Rugiet is HSA and FSA eligible. So if you've got one of those accounts, you're paying with pre-tax dollars. That's just a nice bonus. Here's how I look at it. TRT Nation is fine if you already know you want injectable testosterone and you want the cheapest monthly price. It's a straightforward, no frills option. But if you want a clinic that actually evaluates your situation, gives you options, and treats you like a patient instead of a subscription number, well, Rugiet is the move. They offer Enclomiphene for guys who want to boost testosterone naturally. They offer oral and topical options for guys who hate needles, and they pair everything with real doctor oversight and include labs, which, that's just a better model for most guys, especially when you're trusting someone with your hormones. Now, at the end of the day, this isn't just about finding the cheapest option. It's about finding the right option for your body and your goals. So if Rugiet sounds like the right fit, I'll leave my link in the description below. Again, it gets you up to 15% off, which honestly makes the pricing even more competitive. I only recommend stuff I've actually researched, so there you go. I'll catch you in the next one.